Well, Bollywood actors Kajol and her husband Ajay Devgan during the trailer launch of their upcoming movie were asked about their opinion on the reduced number of work hours for mothers in the midst of Deepika Padukone and Sandeep Reddy Vanga's Spirit Rao. And Deepika walked out of Vanga's Spirit with sources citing that her demand for an 8-hour workday amongst many others was not met by the filmmaker. The couple said that honest filmmakers should be okay with such demands. Listen in to what they said.
Most of the honest filmmakers, I would say, will not have a problem with this. And apart from just being a mother and working for 8 hours, usually people have started working for 8 to 9 hours in a shift. So I think it's person to person, and most of the industry does understand all this.
Well, a murder in Bangalore has made the city and the district, especially entire coastal Karnataka, very tense. Earlier today, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has also reviewed the law and order situation in this part of the state. Prohibitory orders have also been imposed in Bantwal district till the 30th of May. And the Commissioner of Police has also been transferred now, while 3 arrests have been made. Meanwhile, top Congress sources have told NDTV that there's no action that's being contemplated against Shashi Tharoor by the Congress party. Party leadership is of the opinion that after Shashi Tharoor's clarification post, there's no need to escalate the matter despite certain leader statements on the same issue.
श्रीमान शशि थरूर कहते हैं कि मोदी जी के पहले कोई लाइन ऑफ कंट्रोल या इंटरनेशनल बॉर्डर पाकिस्तान का पार ही नहीं किया। इतना बड़ा झूठ और इतना बड़ा षड्यंत्र कांग्रेस के इतिहास मिटाने का जवाब तो देना ही पड़ेगा। उनको अपना काम करना चाहिए कि वहाँ जाकर के कांग्रेस की बुराई कर रहे हैं।
Well, Union Home Minister Amit Shah has an important Jammu visit today. In fact, he has also chaired a very important high-level security meeting on the preparations for Amarnath Yatra, the upcoming Amarnath Yatra that is all set to begin on 3rd July and it will go on till the 19th of August. Mr. Amit Shah has held a very important meeting along with LG of J&K, Manoj Sinha, and in fact this meeting was attended by paramilitary forces and also important high-ranking officials from J&K police. With that, it's time for a short break. More news and updates on the other side. Well, India's Air Chief Marshal Amarpreet Singh has raised concerns over delays in major defence procurement projects. He said, and I quote, "Many times we know while signing contracts that those systems will never come. Timelines are a big issue. Not a single project I can think of is being completed on time. Why should we promise something that cannot be achieved? Contracts signed, systems never come." This is what Air Force Chief has flagged. He has also talked about delays that have affected several key projects, including Tejas fighter aircraft, which remains undelivered despite a high-value contract signed over the last 3 years. We cannot just talk about producing in India. We need to talk about designing. We need to have trust between forces and industry. We need to be very open. Once we have committed to something, we should also be able to deliver. Air Force is doing all that it can to make in India. That's what the Air Force Chief has said today.
Timelines is a big issue. That is where that Vachan part comes in. So once a timeline is given, not a single project that I can think of has been completed on time. So this is something where we have to look at. Why should we promise something which cannot be achieved? While signing the contract itself, some of the times we are sure that it is not going to come up. But we just sign the contract. Uske baad dekhenge kya karna. Obviously, then the process gets vitiated. Operation Sindoor, as it is, like it was told by Chief of Naval Staff, that character of war is changing. Every day we're finding new technologies coming in. Technology is coming in a big way in our warfare now. And Operation Sindoor has again given us clear idea of where we are headed and what we need in future. So a lot of, work needs to be done in realigning our own thought processes also, which is already going on. In future also, we will be able to deliver the goods as a nation, and we will be able to achieve our objectives.
Well, in a decisive move to protect digital consumers, Union Minister for Consumer Affairs Prahlad Joshi has mandated that all e-commerce platforms will have to comply with the Guidelines for Prevention and Regulation of Dark Patterns 2023. These guidelines, formulated after extensive consultations, identified 13 manipulative design practices such as false urgency, basket sneaking and also subscription traps that mislead users into unintended actions. The government has directed companies to conduct internal audits and also submit annual reports to the Department of Consumer Affairs. Non-compliance could lead to legal action again under the Consumer Protection Act of 2019. Minister Prahlad Joshi has emphasized that consumer interest is paramount, and he has also urged platforms to proactively eliminate these deceptive practices.
Hello, hi. I'm Shreya and I have been working since early morning, and it's time for me to take a chill break. Let me order some cold coffee for myself and my colleagues. Well, with these apps, we keep getting pop-in messages and notifications that only, a limited offer is there, and that makes me really anxious and makes me panic, and I feel like ordering it then and there. Well, I've ordered 2 cold coffee cans. It costs 82 rupees. Now let me go to my cart and let's see how much it costs. Well, 82 rupees has been hiked up to 163 rupees. How did this happen really? Let me just go down and show you. Here in this very option, you have to click and see how these extra charges have been added. These are vague service charges, convenience fee. What do you even really mean by small cart fee, handling charge, delivery charge is still understandable, but this has led to an extreme price hike from rupees 82 to rupees 163. Is this even worth it? Or is this just an accident? That is the question. These are not accidents. These are algorithm-driven deceptive tactics which are called dark patterns. It's used by all these e-commerce platforms. It's not just Zepto. There is Swiggy, Zomato and other platforms as well like Big Basket. They use these manipulative tactics to influence your choice and my choice. Well, I have been thinking of cancelling my Prime membership for days now, but I have been procrastinating like all Gen Zs. Now I'll show you how the cancellation of this Prime membership is such a tricky job. Well, you go to your account, and you don't see any options of cancellation. You do see this button, account. Here you have to still look for cancellation of Prime membership account, and you don't get to see any of that. Here you see manage Prime membership. So yet another click. So I've already made 3 clicks, by the way. And now I'll go here also. Can you see anywhere about cancelling the Prime membership? No, right? Here you see my annual plan is there. It is going to end soon, but still I am not being able to find the feature of cancelling the membership of Amazon Prime. Here, let me click on this. Finally, after 6 clicks, I'm still being asked questions and these pop-up messages are coming on my screen, and I just don't know how to end the membership. Finally, I see an option of continue to cancel. End membership. So you do see the series of steps, almost 6 to 7 clicks later you get to find the cancellation of Amazon Prime membership. But without strict enforcement, this change will not happen. With growing technology and growing online digital market space, the rights of the consumer is paramount and needs to be protected. To know more about dark patterns, one can always open Jagrit app made by the government to understand better and to report about dark patterns if you see it on any platform, in any of these e-commerce platforms like I just did.
Well, a US federal judge will issue an injunction blocking Trump administration's efforts to prevent Harvard University from enrolling international students. The university was in court seeking to extend a temporary order blocking the Trump administration from revoking the school's right to host international students. Now, the judge has issued an emergency block last week after the administration abruptly announced that it would cancel Harvard University's ability to host international students. Now, this is being seen as the latest and most severe escalation in the administration's battle against higher education institutions. Well, no smoking even outdoors in France. The country is all set to ban outdoor smoking in public places, and this ban will be in places that are popular with children. Children's health will be top priority. Fines up to $154 could be imposed. In fact, cafe terraces could be exempted from this rule. E-cigarettes are not part of this ban. Well, in an exclusive chat with NDTV, my colleague Osama spoke to Manchester United showstopper Diogo Dalot, one of the 6 goalkeepers in running to win the Premier League Save of the Season award for 2024-2025. Here's what he said.
We are joined by Diogo Dalot, the Mr. Consistent of Manchester United. Diego, welcome to NDTV. Welcome to India. How have you been?
Very good. Good experience. Was really excited to come to this country and felt the energy, the fans, the love that they have for us. So really exciting and really good to be here.
And a brilliant initiative to be here.
Yeah, obviously. I think this is what changed the world sometimes. This is what changed the dreams and sometimes creates opportunities. So who knows, maybe we can see an Indian player for the first time in the Premier League. That would be amazing. So I would have to congratulate obviously Apollo Tyres for this initiative and also the club. And that's why we came here to support that.
It has been a very challenging season this time around, and to say that it has been a challenging season would be an understatement because we finished 15th, Manchester United finishing 15th, and that shouldn't really happen for a club like Manchester United. What do you make of what transpired in the last season?
I think it just shows how much we need to change, how much the club needs a change. Sometimes in your life, when you hit the rock bottom, you just realize that you need to get up and be ready to climb again. And I think that's the journey that this club has to go. I think it's been obviously a bit longer than what everybody expected, but at the same time is what we need. A lot of changing are happening inside the club, inside the squad, inside the facilities. So I think at the same time it has to be exciting because we are a part of the ones who can change this, the ones who can change and put the club by where it belongs. So at the same time it's really tough, really hard. But at the same time I would say it's exciting because it gives me more energy to try to change things.
Many fans and many people have been calling this, a mentality thing. They obviously see a lot of talent in you guys, and the thing about whether the players are mentally tough or not. How do you respond to all those, assessment by the people there?
First, I understand obviously the opinions that everybody has. They just see the results obviously, and ultimately we're gonna define those opinions by what we do on the pitch. Yeah. But at the same time, I'm there every day. I see what is happening every day, and it's a club. It's a special club. It's a club that you need to be really strong mentally and physically to be able to cope with everything. So this is something that definitely everybody needs to work on because we need high and strong players mentally and physically.
You have fellow Portuguese as your manager. What have you made of him so far? What do you think about him as a manager, and how do you think his track record obviously speaks for himself? But what do you think he should be doing for the next season so that there is sustained success for this particular club?
I think he started from day one. The standards that he has, the values that he shows to us every day, and what he wants us to do every day not just on the pitch, but the way we have to behave every day, the way that we need to train every day. So I think he's the right man to guide us through that. And I think he has a lot of faith in us. He believes in us. He wants us to improve, and we want to be with him in this journey. And I'm very confident that he will be the man to lead us.
All right. One final message for all your Manchester United fans in India.
So, thank you very much for your support. It was very special to come here, and I feel your love. I feel your support. Hopefully, I can come back, and hopefully, we can bring the whole squad. Who knows? But at the same time, just thanking you for your support, and keep supporting us, and we will trying to give you better results.
Well, from dentistry to Grammys to now Padma Shri, Ricky Cage has had a journey like no other. In this exclusive conversation with NDTV's Arun Singh, he shares fun story of how he got the news about the award, composing a global rendition of the national anthem, collaborating with world leaders like Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and the very personal symbol that he wears, having.
Music composer Ricky Cage with me, 3-time Grammy winner and now Padma Shri awardee. Many congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's unbelievable gratefulness that I'm feeling.
Lovely. Can you take us through the protocol that was there, put in place, and what was the most intriguing thing that you found?
Oh, it was a beautifully organized event. There is absolutely no doubt about it. And my first time ever, going to the Rashtrapati Bhavan. It was a beautiful hall, and the dome that you see, from the outside of the Rashtrapati Bhavan, the iconic dome, the ceremony happened just underneath that. Lovely. And there were these beautiful chandeliers, beautiful paintings and artwork around and things like that. And then, of course, to receive this award from the president, it's difficult to explain that in words.
Lovely, and I'm sure, you've somebody who's, taken pride in being Indian. You've composed a wonderful rendition of our national anthem.
Yes.
And now to have this on your chest, what does it make you feel?
No, of course, I've won
I'm sorry
awards.
for asking such an obvious question, and I'm sure you've answered it multiple times, but I can't resist knowing the feeling that
Let's try and answer it in a different way then.
Okay.
but to be honest, I've won 3 Grammy Awards. I've won numerous awards from all over the world, and every single award is a recognition for a certain project or a certain thing that, a certain song that I've created or a certain album that I've created. But this is like a validation for my entire career and for everything that I've done. And so it feels really good. And also to get that validation from your own nation and and the biggest validation from my own nation, from my own country. It's indescribable to get that, and it makes me want to do whatever I'm doing with far more energy, with far more force. And because again, I made this decision to make music only based on things that I believe in, on on environmental concerns, on social concerns, and and things like that. So now I'm going to be doing that with a lot more energy.
And your mother is also here traveling with you in Delhi.
Yes.
How does she feel?
No, she's of course quite exhilarated. She probably is more excited than I am. But it's nice to travel with my mom and to share this experience with her.
Thank you very much once again. Many congratulations.
Thank you so much.
With camera person Ashwini Mehra, Arun Singh for NDTV.